Here are the 3 best tips to always win in Wordle. All right, so let's look at Wordle and let's talk about the best guesses for your first guesses. So there are a lot of tips out there that recommend different words based on how often letters show up. But I don't think that's the best method, and I'll tell you why. It's because of what I learned from Wheel of Fortune, right? So in the last round, when there's one person, they get these letters: R, S, T, L, N, E, right? Those are the most popular letters. Um, so our guesses should have these in it. Okay, and then during a regular part of Wheel of Fortune, people are rewarded for guessing the right consonants. Um, and if they want a vowel, they actually have to pay for it, right? Because vowels are valuable. It's much easier to guess what the word is if you know what vowels are in it. So our guesses should also include the vowels. So we should have A, E, I, O, and U, right? So obviously E is in both of these. So altogether we have 10 letters. And these 10 letters, it would be best if we could guess 2 words, right? Each word has 5 letters. So if we use our first 2 guesses to check these letters, that's going to be the best course of action. So I always pick the word slain and route. So this is to test these popular 5 consonants and all 5 vowels. So of course, like I, O, and U aren't as common as A and E, but if we don't know that the words contain those vowels, we're going to be in trouble. Like, for example, we had previous answers to a Wordle were ulcer and caulk, right? If you don't know that there's a U in these words, it's going to be almost impossible to guess these. So not only by guessing these do we know which vowels are in it, in this case helping us find the word, but it's also important to know which vowels are not in it. This way we have a better idea of what these words are. All right, so let's say we guess those 2 words and we get some more clues, right? So now we know it's R, A, and E. So at this point, you might be inclined to try and guess the word. But so let's say you guess the word bread. From here, it's possible that you might only find out maybe one of the letters is in the right place, right? It's like maybe the E is here. And then the only thing else we know is that there's no B and there's no D. So that didn't really help us that much. So this isn't that great of a next guess. So what we should do instead of trying to guess already, just based on that little piece of information, what we should do is try and get more letters. So we already have all the vowels, we checked all the vowels. So what I would do is I'd guess a word like champ. Because if you guess champ, now with testing, 4 more new letters. So now if C, H, M, or P are in this word, we'll end up with 4 of the letters, or maybe even all 5 letters, and we can make a really good guess. So it's important to, at this point, not try and guess the word. In this situation, we should try and get more letters so we can make a better guess of the word. All right, so let's say at this point we have the A, we have the E, and you made this guess, right? You guessed blade, which, in my opinion, is not a good guess, right? Because we're not using the R, and we're including an L, which we already know there is no L, right? But you get a little bit lucky. So we already know that A and E are in the right spot, and you get a little bit lucky because it says that there's a B there. Right, so now based on this, we could probably make the assumption that the word is going to be B, R, A, something, E, right? So you might be inclined to guess the word brave. And then if that's wrong, you might think, okay, it's braise, right? And then it seems likely. And lastly, you could guess the word brace, right? So it seems like all the words are covered, right? But there might be some that you're missing because we also have the word break. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then there's also brame and brain. So there's really 6 possible words that could go in here and only 3 spots. But we'll check. So like the things that change are V, Z, C, K, and M, right? And based on the ones that we tried already, we already guessed the word N. So like this isn't going to be in it. So we have M, V, Z, C, K. Right? So still we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 possible words, only 3 spots. So what we should do is try a word that has these letters in it. V, Z, C, K, M. It's kind of hard words to get together. So like I would guess maybe smock. And now if one of them does show up, like if there's an M, then we know it's brame. If there's a V, we know it. I mean, I'm sorry. If there's a C, right, we would know that the word is brace. All right, so if none of them show up, then at least we know it's not going to be brame. It's not going to be brace. It's not going to be break. And we have 2 guesses left. We could try brave. If it's not brave, we could try braze. And like that would have to be the answer. So it's important to check the different consonants for the missing spot rather than try and make the guess.